Welcome back to In Case You Missed It, the weekly recap, our weekly show where we give you a week's worth of pop culture updates and life updates and everything in between. If you are watching, you'll notice that we are still down a soldier. It is just me this week. Haters, I'm so sorry. I don't know what you guys did to deserve 2 weeks in a row of just me, but take that up with your karma because my karma is great because I love talking about myself. So this is great for me. But what a week. Oh my goodness. This was a really busy week for me personally, but not a very busy week for all things pop culture. There are not that like many crazy stories, but still lots to discuss nonetheless. Sophia is still in Europe. She comes back, I think tomorrow. So she'll be back next week and we'll be back in our normal, regularly scheduled programming. And you might be wondering if you're seeing clips or watching me, if you're watching the video this week, oh my God, Faith, you look so beautiful. What did you do different? And you know what? I'm so glad you asked. I am fresh home from work right now. I'm recording on Thursday instead of Friday. I still have my work makeup on, and you want to know why? Because last week in a clip, someone had the audacity to say that I was a 3. And I'm not going to try to convince anyone that I'm a 10, but a 3 feels really aggressive. And even if it's true, I don't want to personally believe that. I think for my own self-esteem, I need to think higher of myself. So this is me firing back and saying, okay, I'm not an effing 3, you mother effer. Okay. I'm not a 3. Like, that is so rude. And this is also not an invitation to comment and say, oh, even with makeup, you're still a 3. I will hunt you down and find where you live and find your employer and send them your hate comments. So don't try me because seriously, not in the mood. Anyways, speaking of hate comments, got more this week and just, you guys, I'm losing my patience. You know, it's funny. Some are funny. And I'm like, you know what? This is funny. Others, I'm like, you're just dumb, and it's not my fault that you didn't understand what I'm saying, you didn't understand our clip, and like you're choosing to take it a different direction and like create hate out of it. So those I'm just not going to reply to anymore because I just can't engage with stupidity. I don't have it in me. So we're just not going to. But other ones I'll still fight back on. Depends on the day, depends on the mood. So you might get me fired back, you might not. But one thing I did want to clear up, because this was a clip and there were a lot of YouTube comments on it, was the clip we posted about saying that women should always date down, but not necessarily date ugly. And I want to clarify that because maybe I didn't explain it correctly, but when I say women should date a little down, I mean in experiences that I've had with men or just my guy friends or men in general, like not even just like personal experiences, men love the chase. Like that's just a fact. And this is not to say women don't, but men love to chase someone. They would rather be constantly chasing a woman than a woman chasing them, right? So when a man pulls a woman who arguably would maybe be out of his league, he's always going to be consistently chasing that woman of like, stay with me, like you can do better than me, but like stay with me, blah, 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 blah. But if he pulls someone who is, you know, maybe below what he could get, he's always going to be thinking of he could get better. He could, and like he'll be looking at other women. And again, this is not a one size fits all applies to all men, okay? I need to preface that. But just I've seen this consistent pattern with men. And so men always need to be chasing their partner. And I feel like also to caveat with that, I feel like the most successful relationships are when the man loves the woman a little bit more. And I'm not saying like he loves her and the woman doesn't. No. Like my parents love each other, but my dad loves my mom just a little bit more. And I think that's how successful relationships work. Because again, men always need to feel like they're chasing. They always need to feel like they're, you know, engaged in you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but to me it makes sense. If this still doesn't make sense, then I don't know what to tell you because it's crystal clear to me. But yeah, I mean, I think the man always has to be a little bit more obsessed with the woman for it to work because I think men like turn off when a woman is just like obsessed with them more than they are with them. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's that on that. Best of luck to me on these comments this week. But you know what? What these haters don't understand is their engagement is driving views. And that's all I could ask for. When I end the episode and I'm telling you to like, comment, subscribe, follow along, you're doing that. So you're basically doing me a favor by commenting hate. Little do you know, except when you call me a 3 out of 10. That's not doing me a favor, that's ruining my self-esteem, right? So, one thing that happened yesterday, maybe, was okay. So, one thing that happened yesterday and I saw was Nic Olandria has officially broken up, aka Nic and Olandria from Love Island season 7. And I'm seeing a lot of people act surprised, and I'm really confused on why. I thought everyone, for the most part, besides like their crazy fans, were in agreement that we all kind of understood that it was a fake relationship. But now I'm realizing that like a lot of people just aren't literate in pop culture and media and everything, and they thought that these two were together for real. And I just want to ask one question. What other relationship have you ever seen operate the way that those two operated? And it's not like, oh, well, they were private and it's none of one's business. They went on a dating reality show, let's be real. Like, come on. They're not private people. That's like when, what's his name? I can't even remember. Will from Southern Hospitality was on 3 seasons of the show. And then in between season 3 and 4, he wasn't on it anymore. And now he wants privacy. Like, no. And you choose to put yourself on a reality TV show or any TV show for that matter, like you're kind of foregoing that active privacy. Like obviously, do you need to post your social security number? No, you get that privacy, but like personal life when you're on a reality show, especially a reality dating show for Nic and Olandria, like people are going to be invested. Like that's kind of the whole point. That's the reason why you have a following and people follow you. Like they're invested in your life. Could not be me personally. I am not invested in either of their lives. So I don't follow either of them. But I just thought it was bizarre. People being like, love is dead. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, because at first when I saw like people being like, oh, love is dead, I thought they were joking. Like, haha, funny. Because like Liz Woods, for example, my girl, she, like when people break up, she's like, oh, love is dead. But like she's joking. So like that's what I thought. But then I realized, oh, no, no, no. These people are like genuinely being serious and they're like really surprised and saddened by this breakup. And I'm just confused by that. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they both have been seeing people for like a while. Just like maybe not publicly. I don't know. But I mean, I guess they're finally open about it. I did think it's funny though. I have seen comments of like, it's interesting that it's almost like a full year after of like when their season ended that now they're finally being honest. But crazy. Another new budding relationship that we have is Olivia Rodrigo. She's allegedly dating some like PE finance guy from New York City. And I'm seeing discourse on this. I'm seeing people being like, her whole persona is kind of like hate the man and like all power to women, and yet she's dating like a capitalist. And I have a couple things to say. Number one, you can have a boyfriend and still hate men. Okay, that's number one. Her persona can like uplift women and say like women empowerment or whatever you want to call it, but still have a boyfriend. Like I thought was a stupid argument. Now, when it comes to him working in private equity, that doesn't make you a capitalist. Like not everyone like is in their specific job because like they love it. Like if you're a nurse or in the medical field, like you want to save people and that stuff. Great. That's not like people aren't like, oh, I'm gonna go work in finance because I want to be a capitalist and I love money and blah, 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 blah. A lot of times like people don't have that luxury when they're choosing a career. I mean, and nowadays especially, I think when people choose their careers, they're like, okay, like to make a living where I can afford rent, afford gas, afford food, like utilities, you name it, like you want a high paying career, and that is what PE is. Like I don't know. I just was like, you guys, not everyone's career is like what defines who they are as a person, like what they do and whatever. Maybe I'm just saying that because that is the space that I work in. But I just thought that was like a crazy, crazy, crazy argument. Big news this past week was the World Cup is finally over. Spain won. They beat Argentina 1-0. And first of all, so happy for my people. Secondly, the guy who scored the winning goal for Spain, I can never remember his name. I'm so sorry to his fans. I don't even. Ferran Torres. I definitely sound like such a white little bitch saying that, and I'm so sorry. Um, who scored the winning goal for Spain has now been all over my social media, and I don't really know how. Like, I feel like, I mean, y'all know I was not into the World Cup, like, at all. And in fact, it was rather inconvenient in my personal life because the traffic in my state was absolutely insane and ridiculous. But I did love Scotland. People from Scotland loved them when they visited. Anywho, so yeah, every time I scroll on Instagram, on TikTok, it's this man. And let me tell you, he's a very attractive looking man. I'm not complaining. But I'm just like, I don't know where my phone got confused thinking I at all care about the World Cup or football slash soccer, whatever you want to call it. For example, on when was the game? Was it Sunday? Sunday. We were making dinner and my dad goes, "Oh, the kickball final's on. Like, let's put it on to see what happens at the end." Like it was like he was like, "Oh, it's like the last 20 minutes. Like, let's put on kickball." Like that's the extent in which my family cared. My dad told my grandmother that he would rather watch bowling than watch soccer. That's just not who we are. We're a big football family, American football for that matter. So, and baseball. So those are our sports that we really engage in. And then like y'all know during the Olympics, gymnastics is my shit. But for day like a yearly type of sport, yeah, we're a American football and baseball family. So yeah, soccer slash football, it's not our thing. But congrats to Spain. So happy for them. Love my people, and that man is really hot, okay? I'm sure he literally has millions of girls sliding into his DMs. I actually texted one of my guy friends who is from Spain and lives in Spain. I was like, what is going on? He was like, oh yeah, like women are obsessed with him right now. And I was like, I mean, I get it. Oh my God. Speaking of the like Nic and Olandria clown show, Dumois posted today a DM she got of someone being like, oh, like, I mean, I personally have heard that Olandria and Travis Scott are allegedly hooking up. And Dumois responded and was like, how sure are you? And they said, I'm pretty sure I've been hearing like these rumblings for a while. It's like in the rumor mill. And so Dumois posted it and was like, by the way, don't know if this is true. This is just what I'm being told. And this bitch, I'm like, girl, you're making yourself look guilty. Like, if you don't want people to believe it, just don't say anything. She comments and says, I hope you have your lawyers ready because I have mine. It's not that deep. I promise there are worse things people could think you're doing than hooking up with Travis Scott. Like, is Travis Scott a good person? No, but like people could be like, oh, Olandria's doing XYZ that's like illegal, you know? Like, I promise you're gonna be okay if someone thinks you're hooking up with Travis Scott. Like, to be like, I have my lawyers ready, girl. You're also like acting like you are an A-list celebrity. Like, you were on Love Island, USA. Calm down. Like, and she's cult followers, so I'm probably gonna get hate. But honestly, I've never gotten hate for my Taylor Frankie Paul takes, and she has a cult following. So I think I'm good. Oh my God, you guys, I was scrolling on Instagram to try to see if any like good stories I should talk about, and I just saw a post that the Baltimore Ravens have let Diego Pavia go ahead of their training camp. Oh, I love when the good guys win. Oh my God. Also, more crazy things to discuss in like the Bravo universe. Y'all know how much I love Southern hospitality. Like my core four, Mia, TJ, Brad, Molly, love them. Love them down. But basically, so there's been like drama going on in the past couple weeks. First, like there have been rumors on like the state of the show. And then TJ posted the other day that he is officially like moving on from doing his hold on, sorry, I'm like my brain is TJ posted that he's like moving on from doing his Sir Wiener's second Sunday at Republic. He's getting ready to open 2 brick and mortar stores, which is so cool and so exciting for him. He's doing one in Charleston and one, oh, I don't remember. It was maybe somewhere in maybe North Carolina. I don't know. I don't remember. Which is insane. Like that is so cool that he's doing that. And everyone has noticed, like, his caption was like kind of long, and everyone's like, oh, like, he's not doing it at Republic anymore. Like, is there drama with Leva? And then Leva posted something that was kind of shady, and she was like, no, 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 it's not about TJ. But then I also just saw in her comments that she posted another shady thing on TikTok, and someone was like, is this about Sir Wieners? And she was like, if the shoe fits. So clearly she is being shady, which at her rape age is crazy. I don't know why she can't just be like happy that TJ is like branching out and, clearly has enough success to have a brick and mortar store, which is huge. And I thought that was crazy. And then today, Joe Bradley posted that he is stepping away from his ties with Republic's restaurants and he's joining the like Uptown Charleston restaurant group. And I feel like that's a huge stance on the situation and like where everyone stands with Leva because obviously like these are her competitors, which by the way, no pun intended, by the way, Charleston is the restaurant that Craig and Austin from Southern Charm own together. That's part of the Uptown like restaurant group, not a part of Leva's group. So that's really interesting. And all the comments are like, oh my God, like big moves. So I'm very intrigued to see and hear what the state of Southern hospitality will be. Are they going to do a show that's, not about what like their like specific work, obviously, because it doesn't seem like any of them work at Republic anymore. And like go with like push Leva out and just do it on the cast. I don't know. If any of my core 4 want to just like DM me and tell me, I'm really good at keeping secrets. I have to keep secrets for a living. I work in HR. So I will keep your secrets if you just want to whisper it to me. If you don't, I get that too. But my core 4, I actually commented that they're my Mount Rushmore of Charleston. And you know what? I saw people trying to steal my comment and comment it later. That was me. Like I copyright that. But I get notifications every day of people liking that comment and it just makes me laugh. Like it's so funny. Yeah, but that was just like my artwork. Don't take credit for it. But speaking of shows that I need to come back, Love Thy Nader. I miss that show so much. When did it come out? Did it come out this April or last April? Oh my God, wait, I think it came out this April. Oh, so it hasn't even been that long. I'm being dramatic then. No, wait, was it last April? I don't remember. Let me Google. When did Love Thy Nader come out? 20, oh, wait. Why am I insane? It came out in August. Okay, so it's almost been a year since season 1. And thank God they've been filming season 2 because I need it back. Those girls are my favorite. They are 4 sisters, and I'm one of 4 sisters, so I very much relate to them. And I just find us to be friends, even though we're not. Like, they have no idea who I am, but like, we are friends. Actually, Brooks follows my sister on Instagram, so we're genuinely one step away from being friends. If they ever want to waste their time and come on a podcast like this, I would sell my soul. Like, I love, 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 love them. Emily and I would genuinely vote for every single person on Dancing with the Stars except for Gleb last year to get him out because of Brooks. Like, we love them. So yeah, I'm so excited they're filming season 2 and I cannot wait for it to air. If you haven't watched it, please watch season 1. It's actually such good television and it's so real. Especially if you're one of a couple siblings, they get it. They get the sibling vibe, they get the dynamic, and it's amazing. Speaking of Taylor Frankie Paul's cult following though, I guess update is that the Utah Department of Child Protective Services is investigating her 2 children that she has with Tate, and then her child that she has with Dakota, saying they have been like neglected and not well taken care of. It genuinely just makes me so sad. Like, I feel for these kids because not only is this affecting them now, but it's going to affect them for the rest of their life. They're going to have lasting effects from this. Because, I mean, think about it. Like, these years of their life are so important for their brain development. And it just makes me sad. And like, that's why like one of the reasons I don't want like talking about it. And one, because I think Taylor Frankie Paul is genuinely insane. Not, and that's not to say the men aren't too, but I find her insufferable online. But then also like I just feel so bad for the kids and that they're gonna grow up and see all this one day and just they're never gonna have privacy or like a normal life in that sense. And that's just sad, because obviously they didn't sign up for this. They didn't necessarily want this. It just was like thrown upon them. So that's really sad. Okay, wait, last thing I should discuss before I do like what I'm fangirling over this week is that today is the 16-year anniversary of One Direction. And that's so sad, like thinking about Liam not being here. Like, genuinely, if I'm parasocial about anyone, it is those five. Like, I grew up loving One Direction. It was the only concert I ever wanted to go to, and I went to it when they were at Gillette Stadium, and 5 Seconds of Summer opened for them. Like, I was so excited and I love them and I still do. Like I genuinely like I can't remember anything, but I can remember every lyric to every single One Direction song ever. You guys know I'm a Nile girl. I've been a Nile girl. So I can't believe it's been 16 years. I was 8 years old when they were formed. And my life was forever changed. I saw Louis posted and tweeted about it, being like, holy shit, it's been 16 years. Like, thinking extra about my brother today. Like, we'd be celebrating so hard, and it just breaks my heart. Like, breaks my heart. But I love that for them. I'm so excited. 16 years. Like, it's so crazy. Like, time is genuinely like such a like time warp. It's crazy to think that I was 8 years old 16 years ago. Like, what the fuck? Wait, I think my math is wrong. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I just did 16 times 8. 16 plus 8 is that? Oh, my math is wrong. I'm so sorry. I was 6. I was 6.5. Yeah. But crazy. Oh, wait. Wasn't I was 6? No. I guess I was turning 7. But still, like that's kind of crazy. Yeah. Happy 16 years to One Direction. Thank you for genuinely like altering my path in life and like altering my brain chemistry. Like this week, I am fangirling over, and this is so bad, but I'm fangirling over the AI short dramas on TikTok. They're so good. Like I don't have time right now to read. Like I literally come home and go to bed. So the fact that I'm even recording a podcast right now when I get home from work, y'all should be so lucky. Um, but they're so good. I don't have time to read right now, so like watching them like before I go to bed, they're so good. The storylines are like insane and like are so clearly like fake and AI, but I'm sorry guys. I know AI sucks, but I'm so invested. It's ridiculous. I cannot get off my phone when I watch them. And honestly, like I'm not ashamed to say it. I probably should be, but I'm not. I'm also fangirling over that it's the weekend. It's not really, I have to work tomorrow, but like I work from home on Fridays, which is just chef's kiss. And then it's the weekend, and next week my nephew, my sweet baby angel nephew, and next week my sweet, sweet, sweet baby angel nephews are coming to visit. So we're just honestly onwards and upwards. The good guys are winning, and that's what matters. So yeah, that's it for this week's episode. This is probably a shorter one, but honestly, like there wasn't that much going on. Like I keep checking my phone to see like is TMZ gonna post like breaking news? But like nothing exciting happened this week. Like everyone's behaving, thank God. Paul Wesley was on Call Her Daddy. That was cool. Loved that. He's so funny. At first, I thought it was really random, but then I remembered that Alex Cooper is executive producing that movie with him and Nina Dobrev, and I was like, makes sense, makes sense. Awkward though because of the Claire Holt of it all, but it's besides me. So yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok so you see all of our posts. I try to post clips every day if I can. If you see a hate comment, maybe comment something positive. That would be nice because you know what? We don't get enough positive comments, specifically on YouTube Shorts. So if you have time in your day, run right over to our YouTube Shorts and comment something nice. Or, it'd be even better, fight back with one of our haters. That would be fabulous. It's one less thing for me to do. So on top of that, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and our Spotify, download the episodes, like and do all the things so that we keep going. Give Sophia an excited reason to come back so that she wasn't like, oh, actually, I enjoyed my time off. No, girl, get back to work. We're ready for next week. But yeah, happy weekend. Happy almost Friday. And I'll see y'all next week.